yes, I have worked out. I was going to do a bikini competition. I was like 93 pounds. And everybody made fun of me because I was too tiny. They would say I look like a METH head. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I've worked out and I'm working out again. Seems nobody's happy with the way I look. No matter what. It's all good though.
The sad thing about this video is she went from looking like a relatively normal human being apart from all the tattoos that she has to looking like the way she looks now.
1 week out of every month we have an 18% premium for men, which is the same amount as the gender pay gap.
I think it's fair if you think about the world and the gender inequality that we have.
I think it's a brilliant idea because I don't think that many people know the actual gap.
I could wear that, yeah, considering that there is a fair, it's a fairly unequal pay gap between men and women. Even though that there is supposedly equal pay, it doesn't really equate out there.
If people aren't comfortable with paying it or men don't want to pay it, we're not going to kick them out the door. Like it's just a good opportunity to do some good.
Once again, we have feminists wanting to complain about everything and the invisible pay gap that is apparently there holding them back. Maybe take into consideration the reason that women earn less than men is maybe because of the fact that they take more holidays than men, they don't work as long hours as men, they don't ask for raises the same amount that men do, and men just seem to be better at doing jobs than women, and it is what it is. The good thing about this whole situation is when you go woke, you go broke, and that's exactly what happens to this restaurant. They closed down.
Farming needs to stop. That's the single biggest driver of climate change.
As I've said before, and you guys know my opinion on this, but these people really don't think. The same farming that helps them get their food, now you're going to have to look for your food yourself. And of course, with the way the woke mob thing, they'll just eventually complain that they can't even get food because they don't do anything for themselves and love to point the fingers at everyone else.
I am a 27-year-old transgender woman. I am a wolf therian and a member of the furry fandom.
When and how did you discover this inner wolfness?
Probably around age 10 or 11. I was watching an anime about wolves and see the wolf running across the screen, and I'm somehow just intrinsically like, oh, that's me.
Have you spent any time around biological wolves?
Yes.
That sounds dangerous also. What context are you?
So I was a volunteer with a preserve, and I've also visited many wolf preserves.
Are you able to communicate with the wolves?
Am I going to have a conversation with a wolf in the way that I'm communicating you and I? Obviously not. Am I going to read their body language, respond appropriately to their behaviors and their nonverbal cues? Yes.
Would you be able to give us an example of this wolf communication?
No. I'm not comfortable doing so.
Okay.
Now, I've been hearing something very interesting as of late, and people like this are saying that we and people who think like myself are the weird ones. Make it make sense.
Why should I not sleep with 18-year-olds? I slept with the 122 college boys.
I just want to make sure I get this right. How many days?
Just over 2 weeks. So yeah, it was a lot a day if you're trying to do the maths.
Did you just approach them in the street?
I'd already gone on social media, done TikToks, Instagram posts, say, hey, I'm coming to the Grand Oasis, which is like a main hotel a lot of the spring breakers go to. Like, basically, come and find me and let's make a video. When I got there, everyone already sort of knew who I was.
So what was the most in one day?
22.
You did what now?
22 in one day?
Yeah.
I mean, was there any concerns over any VD?
I get tested like every 2 weeks, so...
But you didn't test them?
No.
That's what I'm asking, okay.
What is wrong? If they're consenting, they're enjoying it, they're reaching out to me.
And this is the result of a degenerate society. As long as people are consenting, they should be allowed to do it. And now we can use that logic for a lot of other things, and I'm not going to say it for the sake of being on YouTube.
Everyone thinks like, OF girls are but like I'm a virgin.
I know.
Like,
Do you collab with guys though?
Yeah, of course.
Wait, so then how are you a virgin?
Because it's for work. I'm filming. It's like It's kind of like a tax write-off, you know what I mean?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't count.
It doesn't count.
You're an idiot.
Does count. Before we get back into the video, I need everyone to turn on their post notifications so that you get notified whenever one of my videos come out. Like the video as much as possible, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and follow me on Twitter at YinkaThatGuy. Let us get back into the video.
I just use my name as my main pronoun.
What's your name?
Nick.
Nick.
Yeah, but my secondary pronoun, I just go by her. So just like you go by she, her, instead of she, I go by Nick, basically. So I got this exercise that I do basically for us to get comfortable with each other's pronouns. So basically I'll start with the exercise. So for you, I'd go your she, her, your she, her, your she, her. And for me, you could go.
So you're Nick. You're.
Oh, this guy right here is mad sketchy, bro.
You ain't gotta worry, girl. I won't kidnap you. You mad ugly.
So that one there was a violation, personally.
Honestly, don't know what to do, but like, there was like a really bad experience. Basically, I was just getting a drink at the bar, and they called both Azul and I ladies. After they were done making the drink, I went up and I was like, some people don't refer to themselves as ladies, but it's okay that you didn't know. And in a gay bar, so I should feel safe. Too bad, turned it around. They got so mad at me, and they took the drink away from my wife and I. He hit the bar, like, because he was like, are you serious? You're doing the same thing to me. How? And then they kicked us out.
This is a reminder to let everyone know that there are starving people in this world and people who are in war-torn countries, but yet we have people here in the Western world complaining about people not identifying them by their gender. Clown world.
If you're anything like me, one of the issues that you may be currently facing or faced in the past as an openly queer or trans person is
capitalism is a dead vampire that feasts on the working class.
Do you have an iPhone?
Yeah.
So you're feasting on the blood of the working class. How dare you?
We all have to do the best that we can.
No, you don't. Why don't you go live on a farm and not use the fruits of the working class and just be a socialist with your friends? Isn't that kind of hypocritical?
No, because the free market is so pervasive, we have like no choice but to live.
No, like I said, you could go live on a farm by yourself like the Amish do, yet you choose to live in a free market society and benefit from it and use the heat and the light and the well-being and the medicine and the food all as a byproduct of a market-based society.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I love it, but...
Oh, you love it, but you said it's a vampire sucking the blood of the working class, so isn't that a little contradictory?
What?
See, here's the thing, no one's preventing you from living like a socialist. You can go do that, but your worldview would prevent me from living like an entrepreneur or like a capitalist. So inherently, your ideology is built on control of other people's choices. Ours is built on freedom.
I genuinely don't understand how some of these college students think through their ideas. He complains about capitalism like a lot of these people do, while they directly benefit from the capitalism that they're complaining about.
Confess that we have demanded too much from the earth. We confess to the sins of racism, sexism, homophobia, transphobia, ableism, fatphobia, American imperialism, and Christian supremacy. Loving Creator, Holy One, and Diva of the world, may your word shine upon us like glitter under the stage lights. May it pop like a death drop in a crowded, dingy basement.
I am not surprised that someone like this is saying the nonsense that they're saying.
You ever been cheated on?
No.
You ever cheated on a guy before?
Depends on your definition. I don't want to talk about it.
Oh, you don't want to talk about it?
Not particularly.
Would you say you semi-cheated on someone?
Semi.
Okay. What does that mean?
I don't want to talk about it.
The fact that she said she semi-cheated on someone, whatever that means, already tells me that she cheated on that person. But it's trying to make herself feel better because accountability is kryptonite to women like this.
I'm just gonna say that it is really hard when you thought people around you were accepting of the LGBT community, but realistically they were only accepting of you because you're straight passing. and they're actually homophobic.
I've come to the conclusion that people just take their camera out, press record, go online and post online and say absolute nonsense. If anyone in the comment section can help me decode the nonsense that she just said, please do.
I just left 7-Eleven and the lady was like, she saw my mask and she looked terrified. And she was like, is something going on again? Like, I've been seeing people wear masks again. And I'm like, no, just the same shit that's been going on the last almost fucking 5 years. Like, the same virus that's mutated tenfold. Nothing's fucking new. Like, you wouldn't even be this scared if you just had your mask on in the first place. Girl, you work at 7-Eleven. I don't know why you aren't wearing a mask anyway. I just think people who have such fragile immune systems that they could pass away from getting the common cold or pneumonia or the flu or COVID, I just think they still deserve to be able to go outside and live their fucking lives. Shoot me. Like, that shouldn't be such a radical fucking idea. I can't just go back to not giving a fuck about disabled people like I did before. And I didn't even realize how little of a fuck I gave. So now that I have realized it, I can't just flip back. I can't just go back to walking around without a mask on. And even if wearing a mask didn't prevent me from getting sick, I'd still be wearing a mask because I know it prevents other people from getting sick. And I care about the general well-being of my fellow fucking human. Like, but that's so radical. That's so radical for me to just say, hey, this person who might die from a cold still deserves to be able to walk around.
The virtue signaling with this person is absolutely insane. I'm 100% sure you are saving lives because of the fact that you're wearing a mask. This person is totally normal.